morning, students. I am Miss Mamta. I will be taking value education in class 2. Today, we will start with the first chapter. But before that, I'm going to tell you about a boy who has been called by different names by his parents, teachers, and friends. Harpreet. Harpreet is an obedient boy. At home, his father calls him Happy and mother calls him Sonu. In school, teachers call him Harpreet and his friends call him Harry. Though he has different names, Happy, Harry, Harpreet, Sonu, etc., but he is only one. So, in our first chapter, that is God is one, is also same. There is only one God, but we call God by different names like Ishwar, Allah, Vaheguru or God. Only one God created the sun, moon, stars, animals, birds, flowers, etc. So the moral of the story is you may call God by any name. He listens to everyone and all are equally near and dear to God. So children, first thing, you have to read the chapter nicely. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Anamika teacher and I teach value education in standard 2. Today we are going to discuss on chapter 3 in your value education book. The topic is parents. In this chapter there is this little boy whose name is Rohan. Rohan is 8-year-old. Rohan talks about his family. Rohan says that his mother wakes up early in the morning, takes bath and offers prayer. After that, she prepares tasty breakfast for all of them. She also does all the household work at home. Then Rohan talks about his father. Rohan's father is a doctor. He goes to his clinic at 9 o'clock in the morning and then returns at 6 o'clock in the evening. Every morning, Rohan with his father and his sister and mother, all of them, they go for a morning walk. You know children, morning walks are very refreshing. We all should go for morning walks. Then in the evening, after Rohan's father returns from his clinic, they sit together and have tea. Then Rohan's father also helps him in his homework. Rohan says that Rohan's father does all the purchasings at home. That means Rohan's father buys everything that the family members need. Rohan says that on Sundays they all go for a family outing. For the family outing, Rohan's mother prepares tasty food for all of them. Rohan says that his parents are very caring, very loving and very hardworking. So children, what do we learn from this chapter? We learned that we should always respect our parents, we should always listen to our parents and we should always obey our parents. Thank you.
Morning children, this is Jasbir Kaur, your education teacher. Today I am going to tell you a story about humility. Once upon a time, there were two friends, a giraffe and a goat. One day giraffe had an argument with the goat. Giraffe said, I am tall and nothing is better than being tall. Same way, goat replied, I am short and nothing is better than being short. So, on this point, they both agreed to prove themselves. They walked and reached a garden where the gate was locked. The giraffe plucked the leaves from the tall tree with the help of long neck and started eating. After eating, he asked the goat, what do you want to be, tall or short? The goat replied nothing. Again they started walking and reached another enclosed garden which was locked too. The goat found a weak spot at the bottom of the fence. She broke and made her way. She entered the garden through the small entrance and started eating the vegetables. But Giraffe could not make his way and stood outside sadly. The goat then asked, "What would you like to be, tall or short?" The giraffe was speechless. This way, the goat taught the giraffe a lesson of humility. Today we have learned that we should never compare ourselves with others. Comparison can lead us to envy.
Hello children, I am Preeti teacher. Today in Value Education, we are going to do chapter 5, My School. So let's begin.
This is my school. We learn to read and write along with many other things which our teachers teach us with the help of different activities. We learn good manners and also learn to follow instructions given by our teachers. We make good friends and learn to share our things with them. We all play together in the school playground. We learn singing, dancing, and drawing and painting. Let's look at our school in depth. There are many classrooms where we sit and study together. We go to the library to read different books. There is an activity room where we learn to sing and dance. We go to the computer lab to learn about computers. There is also a very big auditorium where different activities take place. A big playground where we play different games is also a part of our school. I love my school very much and I love to go to school every day. Thank you.
Good morning children. Today we are going to learn lesson 3 of value education. The lesson is truthfulness. Once a long caravan moving towards Baghdad with lots of wealth. Suddenly robbers attacked them and started robbing travelers. There was a boy of 8 years watching everything. By chance, a robber saw him standing calmly. He came to him and asked, "Do you have something with you?" "Yes, I have 40 gold coins," boy replied. Robbers could not believe him and took him to his head. Boy repeated the same to the leader too. Leader asked, "Where are gold coins?" Boy disclosed that it was stitched inside his jacket. They could not believe him. The boy tore the stitches and produced the coins to them to make them believe on himself. Surprisingly, leader asked, "Who taught this to you?" "My mother," the boy replied. Leader asked, "Why you disclose the truth to us?" knowing that we will snatch from you. Boy said, Mother also taught me not to tell a lie. It is a sin. All robbers were greatly impressed with his fearlessness, truthfulness, and innocence of the boy. They realized that the boy was so daring, even to dreaded robbers like them. While they are engaged in robbery, tell lies day and night, follow evil ways. They decided to give up robbery and follow the path of truthfulness and goodness. They returned all robbed goods to the travelers.
What is the moral of the story? Be truthful and you will be daring. Always respect and obey your parents and you will be on right path. Okay children? Thank you.
Good morning children, I am Shruti teacher. I will be taking your value education. The chapter which we are going to today is chapter number 4, Be Clean and Be Healthy. Let's start with the chapter children.
Today I am going to tell a story about a brother and a sister, and through this you will come to know the good habits they used to follow. They used to get up early in the morning. Children, getting early in the morning is a very good habit. It keeps you fit. And after that, the first thing that you need to do is to brush your teeth. Brush your teeth twice a day and then go for a bath. Bath neatly. Use soap and fresh water. And then Vinita, the girl, used to comb her hair neatly twice a day. Rohit, the brother, used to trim his nails, and trimming nails keep you tidy. They used to wear beautiful dresses, neat dresses to look smart and good. Not only keeping yourself is enough. The place where you live also needs to be neat. The house, the classroom, the environment you live should also be kept clean to be healthy. The girl Vinita used to help her mother in the kitchen. This also is a very good habit. And Rohit used to eat his food in time. Eating food in time and helping your parents is something makes you a good child. So these are the good habits that you all should follow. Here is a picture you will see about a bad boy. He was untidy. He used to keep late in the bed and also eat junk food, which made him look untidy and also made him fat. So that is why good habits need to be followed, where you should exercise, have bath, you use dustbins to make yourself and your environment clean.
Good morning children. I am Shuvendu Barik, your value education teacher, standard 3. I am very happy to meet you through this video. Today we will be discussing the second chapter of value education. The name of the chapter is kindness. Now, this gives rise to a question: what is kindness? Children, when someone is trying to help someone who is in need of that help, then that is known as kindness. Well, I have understood that you have not understood anything. So on that note, I will say a story to you. Let us try to understand this topic through this story. Many years ago, children, there lived a prince named Siddharth. One day he was sitting in his garden, and all of a sudden a swan fell on his lap. The swan was wounded. There was an arrow which was stuck into the swan's body, and the blood was oozing out. Then Siddharth immediately got up, removed the arrow, and tried to wash the wound and bandaged the wound. Then what happened? The cousin who has shot the arrow, he came there, and his name was Devdutt, and he came and he claimed and he said to Siddharth that you please give me the swan, I have shot it. Siddharth said, I have saved the swan and I am not going to give it to you. And then there started an argument, and when they reached no conclusion, so they went to the king. The king patiently listened to both the point of views and then said, Devdutt, you wanted to kill the swan, and Siddharth wanted to save it. So it is always said that someone who is trying to save has a better claim than the someone who is trying to kill. So this swan is going to be given to Siddharth, and it was given to Siddharth. Children, this story very nicely tells us about kindness, the act of kindness that the prince Siddharth showed towards the swan. This also tells us, children, to be kind. Like, we should always be kind. We should always be kind towards animals, children, towards birds. It is very sad, children, that sometimes people harm animals. We should not do that. It's very sad. We should always show our kindness towards animals, towards birds. And not only towards animals and birds, we should show our kindness towards trees and plants. Or you can show your kindness by watering the trees, by planting new trees whenever and wherever possible. Then you can show your kindness towards all those things that you are using in a day-to-day, in your day-to-day life. So we have to show our kindness, children, towards everything. Show your kindness towards the plants, towards the animals, towards your school, towards your classroom. When you come back, children, you have to show your kindness in the classroom by not spreading the litters or garbage everywhere. You have to throw the garbage inside the dustbin. Same way, show kindness to your teachers, because they are the one, children, who are helping you everywhere in the school. Show your kindness towards the things, items that you use in the classroom. Your desk, your bench, your blackboard, your dustbin, I think everything. Don't jump on the desk. Don't spoil your places. Don't spoil the blackboard unnecessarily. Don't waste chalk. Don't play with chalk. When you do all these things, children, you are protecting, you are showing your kindness towards the things that is giving you some benefit. Also show your kindness at home by helping your mother. She is working day in and day out, children. Help her. Then also show your kindness wherever needed. Please keep showing your kindness. It was very nice to talk to you, children. I will meet you in my next video. Until then, practice kindness. Be kind. If you be kind, children, kindness will come back to you. If you show kindness, kindness is going to come back to you. So, and when you receive kindness, children, when you get kindness whenever you require it, it makes you feel very happy. But it can only come to you if you show your kindness towards everything. Namaskar. Good morning. Students, I am Shubhendu sir, your value education teacher from Standard 3. And I am now back again with another chapter from value education. Do not be greedy. Let's hear the story. Greed. We all have heard this word. But do we really understand the meaning of the word? Once upon a time, there lived a man named Dhanpat, and he was a very greedy man. Children, he wanted to become one of the richest men of the world. One day, a saint came to the village. Dhanpat, with full devotion in his heart, served the saint. As a result, the saint was very happy and gifted Dhanpat with a duck, which was not an ordinary duck. The duck used to lay one golden egg every day. The duck used to lay one golden egg every day, and by selling that golden egg, Dhanpat made a lot of money and he became very rich. He owned a farm, he took a big house, etc. And one day, Dhanpat was just sitting down and he had a thought. Dhanpat thought that why can't I have all the golden eggs that is there inside the duck's stomach? So the next day he brought a big knife and he decided to cut open the duck's stomach, and he did exactly that way. As soon as he did the act, the duck lay dead. Now Dhanpat realized that he has lost his golden laying duck. This is exactly what is meant by greed. Children, greed can never be satiated. You can never feel satisfied if you have the quality of greed. So let's give away the quality of greed. The quality of greed, as you have understood just now, can never make you happy. So children, how can you give away this quality of greed and use the quality of satisfaction and contentment to its fullest and live a life king size. Whenever someone gives you a chocolate, always take one. Never think of taking 2, 3 more than that, because you know that quality of greed is not good. When your parents offer you something, take only your share and be satisfied with it. Don't try to grabble up all the stuffs that they provide. If someone offers you a chocolate, take one. If your parents give you gifts or accessories, take only your share. When you go to a party, you have your delicacies, you have your food stall. Don't try to fill your plate with everything, and at the end, when you are not able to eat, throw them in the dustbin. Better to control your greed and take as much as you can eat. Whether at home or at outside places or at school, always remember that the quality of asking more and more and more, or trying to get more and more for everything, is not a good habit. You are good only when you are satisfied. So be satisfied with your life and live life king size. So children, this brings us to the end of the video. I hope you have understood the value of greed. Give away the value of greed and enjoy your life. Let us be satisfied and live to our fullest. So before seeing you off, just wishing you all a happy Republic Day. Stay safe, stay nice, and bye-bye. Good morning, children. This is Shuvendu sir, your value education teacher from Standard 3. I'm here back again with another chapter from value education, and that is union is strength. Children, whenever we talk about strength, we always think that strength lies in muscle power. But exactly what is the meaning of the word strength? Let's hear a short story. Once upon a time, a group of pigeons were flying in the sky, and when they looked down, they saw corn seeds scattered at a place in the forest. So they felt very tempting. The corn seeds were looking very tempting. So one of the pigeons said that, friends, let us go down and eat those corn seeds. So the pigeon leader who was there, he said that be aware, these corn seeds may be scattered by the bird catchers to catch the birds. So we have to, that can be a possibility, and we have to be aware about this. But the pigeons did not pay attention to the warning. They went down and they started eating the corns, and while they were eating the corns, they realized that now they are trapped in the net of the bird catcher. And now they said to the pigeon leader that you are wise among us. Can you suggest a way out from this trouble? And then the pigeon leader said, let us all of us together try to pull the net and fly off in the sky, and then we can go to our rat friend. He will bite off all the net and we will be free from this trouble. And when they saw that the bird catcher was coming from the other side of the jungle, so they immediately, all of the pigeons together, they tried hard and pulled off the net and flew high in the sky. And then they went near a hole where the rat friend used to live. And then the rat friend released them from that net by biting off the net. So children, this is how the pigeons were free from the trouble. So from where did they get the strength to come out of the trouble? Because they understood that they have to remain, they have to do something in a unified way, in a collective way. So this is very important to understand that the quality of unity is very, very, very important. Today, children, nowadays, we sometimes forget the quality of being united. So we always think that, oh, we don't have to be with anyone, we don't have to think about anyone, and we think that we will be coming out of all the troubles if we stay like this. But in reality, if we try to follow the quality of unity in our day-to-day lives, what will be the result of that? You will come in, we all are going to land in some trouble or the other, but because we are united, we will come out of the trouble. So I hope you all have understood the moral of the story, that always stay united. Now the $1 million question is, how to use this quality of unity in our day-to-day life? First of all, decide that you are going to follow the quality of unity in your day-to-day life. Secondly, use it with your parents. How can you be united with your parents? Whenever your parents say something to you, or your teachers at school, they say something to you, you should listen to them. That is, when you listen to them, you are trying to show your unity in thoughts, words and action with your teachers, with your parents, and that is going to give you the strength, children. And if you say, I'm not going to listen to my teachers, I'm not going to listen to my mother and father, then what will be the result of that? You will become internally, you will become weak, you will become frustrating, you will start feeling irritation. So don't do that. Don't do that. You are all very beautiful boys and girls of Standard 3. So try to be very nice to yourself, then nice with your parents, then be nice to your teachers and elders, and also be nice with everyone. Also remember plants, also remember animals. So your love to every being, living being and non-living thing on this earth. So here I come to an end of this video. Until next time, see you. Bye-bye. Take care and be safe. Bye.
Good evening, children. This is Suhita Chaudhary, Value Education Teacher, Standard 5. I hope you all are doing fine. It's me again with another video of the chapter Our Greatest Enemy. This chapter is all about anger and controlling one's anger. It is said that anger is man's greatest enemy. We should never be angry. Controlling one's anger is an achievement. All religions teach us to be calm and patient because through patience we can even win over our enemies. Children, to make you understand this better, I'll narrate an incident. Long ago, there lived in the city of Egypt a religious person. He passed the same street daily. He gave the people good advice and asked them to do good deeds. In the same street, there lived a lady who never liked this man. Whenever he passed from her house, she used to throw her house garbage on him. This good man used to remove the dirt from his clothes and never say anything to the lady, nor he lost his temper. One day, as usual, when he passed that day, he found that the lady who threw the garbage on him was not there. He was a little surprised. He inquired from the neighbors about the lady who threw garbage on him. A neighbor told him that the lady who threw garbage on him was not well and had high fever. This good man entered the lady's house and found that she was lying with high fever. As there was no one to look after the lady, he called the doctor and she was treated. The good man every day visited the lady to inquire about her health. After a few days, when the lady regained her health, she asked the good man to forgive her. The good man excused her by saying that every person has the duty to be patient and not lose his temper. This incident changed the life of the lady. She gave up all her bad habits. Now children, what do we learn from this lesson? We learn that we should never be angry because anger makes a person mad. Anger, children, is one letter short of danger, which means when one becomes angry, it is one step to being in a dangerous situation. Good evening, children. This is your value education teacher. Today we are going to do the chapter Courage and Bravery. What is courage? Courage is a necessity to overcome our fears and achieve a desired goal. Courage and bravery go hand in hand. Courageous people are not at all afraid. They are not even afraid of death. The best example are our Indian Army soldiers who fight bravely and sacrifice their lives for the nation. Bravery is not blessed of age. Here is a story of a 12-year-old boy who was courageous and brave. Later on, he became a soldier in Shivaji's army. One day, when Shivaji was fast asleep in the bedroom of his palace, suddenly he heard a noise. When he woke up, he was surprised to see the chief of his army, Tanaji Malusri, catching hold of a handsome and healthy boy. When Shivaji asked Tanaji why he was holding the boy, Tanaji replied that he had come to kill him. When Shivaji was shocked, when Shivaji asked the boy why he wanted to kill him, the boy answered fearlessly that his name was Maloji. His father was in Shivaji's army and died in a battle. After his father's death, his family was in financial crisis. His mother was ill. There was no money to treat her. One of Shivaji's enemy told him if he killed Shivaji, then he would give him a lot of money. So he agreed to kill Shivaji. Shivaji was greatly impressed by the courage, frankness and fearlessness of the boy. Instead of punishing him, he recruited him in his army. Children, courage is of different types. Doing something that might be risky is also a courageous act. In conclusion, I want to tell you that if you want to get respect in life, be courageous and brave like Mr. Kalam, Mother Teresa, Nirja Bhanot, etc.
Hello students, I am Sukanya Mukherjee, your value education teacher. Today, we will look into the chapter number 10, Punctuality. Here is a short story about Mannu and Bose. Mannu and Bose were friends. Mannu and Bose were equally good in studies and sports. One day, Mannu went to Bose's house and he asked him, "Are you coming or not?" "2 minutes," said Bose. Mannu was punctual to school and regular in all his work, but Bose was a bit lazy guy and used to keep things postponing. One day, Mannu and Bose were sitting in the school campus and were discussing about the notice that was put in the notice board. Mannu said the topic is about cricket and the first prize will consist of a big trophy. Gladly, Bose answered, "Oh, I will take part in the competition." Mannu then continued, "We will have to write an essay and submit the article on cricket, and by Monday next week we need to submit it." Bose, "Oh, Monday? 5 days are left. Lot of time." Manu wrote the article on cricket and submitted on Friday itself. On Monday again, Manu went to Bose's house. Bose said he will be little late for school. Bose reached the school by half an hour. The teacher was disappointed. She took Bose's article, but she was disappointed that there was no respect for time. Though Bose's article was much better than Manu, still Manu got the first prize. The teacher said to Bose to be punctual and regular at his work. From that day, Bose was very punctual. The moral of the story is we should always be regular and be punctual in whatever we do. We should always respect others' time and not postpone any work for the next day. We should always finish the work on that day and not postpone it by tomorrow. Thank you, students.
Good evening, students, and welcome back to another interesting chapter in your value education book, and that is entitled Try Again and Again. Students, it's a beautiful story with a lovely lesson that we are going to learn. Now, the story is about a king whose name was Robert Bruce, and he was the King of Scotland. It's a famous story, but again I would be telling you. And this king had everything. The people of the kingdom really loved him. But there was one thing that was less in his kingdom, and that was a strong army. So the King of England took advantage of this point, and he fought with Robert Bruce, and eventually he won. Did Robert Bruce give up? No. He went into the forest and formed another army. And again he fought with the King of England. But again his army was not strong enough. And again he was defeated. What did he do, students? Did he give up? No. He went again and formed another army. And again he fought the King of England. Did he win? No. He was again defeated. He was defeated 3 times. What did he do? He went back to the forest. He was disappointed, obviously. 3 times failure. He was disappointed. But when he went back to the forest, he saw a spider trying to climb its web with a thin fiber. And he saw that the spider tried once, the spider tried twice, and then Robert Bruce's curiosity started to increase. He wanted to see how many times this spider is going to try to climb its web. The spider tried 9 times and failed. Did the spider think that I should give up now? No. Again, the 10th time, the spider tried. And you know what happened, children? The spider succeeded. Not at the first time, not the second, and not the third. It took the spider 10 times to try and climb its web. But what happened? At the end, the spider succeeded. Now, Robert Bruce learnt an amazing lesson from the spider. He said, if the spider, being a creature, being a small little insect, can try 10 times for being successful, shouldn't I try another time? So Robert Bruce again made a strong army this time. Again he went and fought the King of England. And do you know what happened? He succeeded. At last, he was able to free Scotland from England. Now, what do we learn, children, from this chapter? We learn a very, very important lesson, and that is try and try again and again to succeed. It's not possible. It's not at all possible to succeed with the first try, not even the second, sometimes not even 9 times. But the 10th time you will succeed. Why? Because you're trying again and again. So what do we learn? We learn that if we need success, if we need to win, we have to learn to keep on trying and trying. Because there is a very nice proverb that says, where there is a will, there is a way. So if we keep on trying, one day or the other, we would succeed like Robert Bruce. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Madhurima ma'am. I am taking value education in standard 2. Today we are going to start a new chapter in value education, that is chapter 7, people who help us. There are many people who help us and make our day-to-day work easier. As we can't do all our work ourselves, so we need a help of many people. Like we can clean our houses, but to clean the streets, roads, parks, and other public places, we need a person to clean this for all of us. It is the sweeper who keeps our country clean and hygienic. We can also clean our clothes ourselves at home, but still we need a washerman who will help us to clean our dirty clothes. Similarly, a cobbler helps to repair and mend our shoes when it is torn. The person who looks and take care of our garden is a gardener who helps us to keep our houses beautiful by different flowers. We need a regular haircut which we cannot do ourselves. So we need a barber who can cut our hair. Thus, sweeper, washerman, cobbler, gardener, and barber help us as well as serve us. We should be thankful to them and respect them.